Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with another match reaction. This time it's finished at the MKM Stadium. Hull City 2, Swansea City 1. Where do I begin with that really? Shocking performance. First half we were shocking as well, and we were in the second half too. We barely created anything, and then Darling gets that goal just before the half-time break, which pretty much came out of nothing, which was against the run of play really. And then second half, well, we didn't create anything. I don't think we had a shot on target in the second half, not that I can remember anyway. The only other chances I can remember as having all game were, other than the Darling goal, was Vopotnik had a bit of a half chance. The ball come across, hit it first time, which realistically he's probably never going to score from there, but he couldn't have done much more than that. But yeah, that and the Ben Cabango header against the post, which would have given us the lead late on, not long before they scored the winner actually. And it's frustrating, but even if Cabango did put that ball in the net, the only difference we take away would be the 3 points. In terms of the performance, we'd look at it and say, it's the exact same performance. So, in that sense, I guess if we did get the 3 points and Cabango scored that goal, it might, the result might overshadow the performance, which realistically, even if we did get those 3 points, the performance was still poor. So in that sense, maybe, obviously it's not a good thing that we lost the game. But I didn't want the result to sort of overshadow the performance and make it look as if we played well, because we didn't. Let's be real, we really didn't play well at all. But it's frustrating. Two losses on the bounce now, 2 games which we should be beating. I know Sunderland are a very good side, but the fact we went 2-0 up, there's 3 points there we dropped. And then today against the side bottom of the league, we should be winning. That's another 3 points dropped, and that's 6 points there in the last week that we should have gained, and we'd be like only 1 point off the playoffs, I think, if we won those 2 games. I know it's all if buts and maybes, but at the same time, there are things you look at, and there isn't any disguising that we aren't playing very well at the moment. But yeah, it's very frustrating, as I said. But moving on to the player ratings then. So Vigouroux in goals. I'm probably gonna have to give him. I'm gonna have to give him a 4 today. I don't normally rank players below a 5. Not very often, but it was very poor from everybody today. One of the worst performances I've seen for a long time. So yeah, Vigouroux I'm gonna have to give a 4. Josh Key I'll probably give a 5. He wasn't really in the game that much, but he wasn't as bad as other players, I guess. So I'm gonna have to give him a 5. Cabango, I think I'll give a 6. He didn't put a foot wrong. Didn't make that many mistakes, did he really? So yeah, I'd have to give him a 6. Darling, I think I'll give him a 6.5. Got the goal. Other than that, didn't really do too much. He obviously could have got an assist if Cabango put that header away. Josh Tyman, I thought he was actually pretty good, if I'm honest, so I'll give him a 6.5. Wasn't amazing, but I thought he was okay, so I'll give him a 6.5. Grimes, I think it was one of his worst performances this season, and that's probably a credit to Matt Grimes, if anything, because of how good he's been recently, this season and over the last few seasons as well. But today he just really wasn't at it. He gave the ball away 3 times, one of which led to João Pedro taking it around Vigouroux. Had it not been for Vigouroux getting a hand to the ball, they would have gone on and scored. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give Grimes a 4. Same with Fulton, I'm gonna give him a 4. I thought he wasn't. I didn't really notice him do too much, if I'm honest. I'll give Fulton a 4. I think Grimes and Fulton, they've both been very good servants of the club over over the years, and we've had some good moments with them in the side, but I do think having the 2 of them together, it doesn't work anymore. They're both very defensive minded players. I know we've got Liam Cullen in that number 10 role, but you can just show how much we're missing Franco when he's not in the team, because he's that sort of box to box. He can go anywhere, and I think Grimes and Fulton are both too defensive, and they don't have that attacking sort of threat that Franco can offer, especially on the transition. So I think when Franco's not in the side, we we don't look the same team, and you saw that again today. I don't know why he wasn't playing or why he wasn't even brought on, unless it's like fitness issues or something. I'm not too sure, because he is it's very rare that Franco plays a full 90 even when he does start. Liam Cullen then, I'm going to have to give him a 5 today. Again, just like Grimes, I think that's a credit to how well he's been recently, because today he wasn't, you know, at the races like he has been in the last few weeks, because he's probably our best player at the moment on form, and you know, I can't really, you know, blame him too much, because he barely received the ball. So yeah, I'm going to give him a 5. Peter Harris, I'm going to have to give him a 5 as well. Didn't really do too much, to be honest. You know, he offered more than Yarman Ronald did, but you know, he still didn't do too much, in my opinion. And then Yomji Sung, I'll probably have to give him a 4.5. You know, I know he's only come back from injury. It's going to take time for him to get back to the player he was before, but he just didn't really look at it today, did he? And Zan Potnik up front, I'll have to give him a 5. Again, just like Cullen, you can't really blame him for the fact, you know, I'm giving him such a low rating. It's you know, he didn't receive the ball, did he? He had that one chance which I mentioned earlier on in the video about that half chance, but realistically, you know, it's a hard chance to take. The only way you're going to score there really is if the keeper makes a mistake. So yeah, I don't think Potnik really got the service that he deserves, and needs to score goals. So I'm gonna have to give him a 5. And then Bianchini and Ronald that come on, I'll give them both a 5. Both really struggled to get in the game. You know, Ronald touched the ball a few times, and Bianchini probably even less. I can't recall him actually, you know, doing anything with the ball other than that ball that came across, which he miscontrolled and it hit his hand. But again, that's probably just because you know, they came off the bench and they weren't, you know, fully up to it and ready. Because you know, that chance didn't not long come after they both came on. So maybe that's why Bianchini, you know, didn't make anything of that chance. But I think they should both, you know, be doing better. So I'll give them both a 5. And then as for Luke Williams, I'm gonna have to give him a 6. Really, you know, you can't really blame him for this. I think the only one thing that maybe you could sort of blame him for is as I said, Franco not starting or even bringing him on. But again, we don't know the full story there, whether there's fitness issues with him not being able to play a full 90. But that's the only thing I can think of that, you know, you could sort of pin on Luke Williams. But yeah, I'll give Luke Williams a 6. Not really, you know, well, not a good performance at all from the team. But in terms of a man of the match, if I had to pick our best player, well, based off our ratings, it would be Harry Darling or Josh Tyman. Probably edge it to Darling just because he got the goal, but you know, that's probably more down to the fact that everybody else was quite poor today. And then if I had to give a man of the match, you know, for the overall game, I'd give it to João Pedro from Hull. Obviously got their first goal and he looked quite dangerous, you know, for most of the game. So I'll give it to João Pedro. But once again, a massive thanks for watching this. I will be back now. Next time I'm back with a video will actually be Christmas Day, so the day before the Boxing Day game. So yeah, to all my viewers that are watching this, I hope you have a good Christmas. And I'll see you again on Christmas Day for the match preview ahead of QPR at home on Boxing Day. So yeah, have a good Christmas everyone, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.